Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've never done a video like this before, but my Final Fantasy 16 video did very well, like better than any of my videos ever before, like probably combined. I generally am not a fan of like reaction videos and stuff like that. By the way, if I sound and look like I'm freezing, I just got out of an ice bath, so I am freezing. I had a bunch of different responses to the video. Some of which were bad, some of which were good. I think a lot of people maybe took the video a little too personally, which was kind of funny to me. A lot of people think that I think the game is gonna suck. I never once, if you rewatch the video, I never once say the game is gonna suck. In fact, if you really pay attention, I make fun of myself in the video more than I make fun of the game. In fact, I don't think I make fun of the game at all. I basically say that it's not a game that I'll enjoy, and go on to say why myself and a bunch of other longtime fans of the franchise probably aren't going to enjoy Final Fantasy 16. And I mean, if you do, good for you. I'm happy for you. But for myself, not my kind of game, to be honest. And that's okay. And just like it's okay for you to enjoy it as well. Some of the comments, I think the worst ones were people saying that it's not open world, and yes, I realize it's not open world. Open zone and open world are like pretty much the same to me, but I know now with like Skyward Sword coming out years back that open world is kind of like its own thing now. Like to me, open zone and open world weren't all that different because of the kinds of games that I play. I guess it'd be like comparing like Xenoblade Chronicles to something like Final Fantasy 12, right? Open zone would be Final Fantasy 12, whereas Xenoblade Chronicles would be open world, obviously. So I do understand. I don't know. I mix them up all the time. For example, I consider Dragon Quest XI open world, even though 99% of the time it's open zone. But you do get an airship near the end of the game that allows you to fly over the entire world map. So to me, I consider that open world, even though it's really probably open zone. As much as people were like, it's open zone, you idiot. It being open world was never, I've never had a problem with open world games. I don't think I said that was my problem with it. I don't even know why I went on a tangent talking about hallway sims as opposed to open world games. I think I was just trying to get across that like it doesn't matter to me if it's an open world or if it's a hallway sim. As long as the game's good and something that I'll enjoy, then I'll enjoy it, kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. You also have to keep in mind that these off-the-cuff videos are just that. They're off the cuff. I don't have a script for these videos. I'm just telling you my thoughts and feelings on things, and that's kind of how I like to keep them. Sometimes I'll have like light scripts. I'll go through and I'll talk about points I want to hit. I'll write down points that I want to hit in the video, and then I'll make sure I talk about them, just because when I get an idea for these off-the-cuff videos, I want to make sure I'm covering all the stuff I wanted to talk about, because I have a terrible memory. I'll probably forget about what I wanted to talk about. To the people who are like, oh, go cry, I don't understand why they're so mad that I won't like the game. I'm not crying, I assure you. I would prefer it to be turn-based. I would prefer me to be able to play and enjoy the franchise that I've grown up loving for all these years, but that's about it. That's basically the gist of the video. If you watched it all the way to the end, you'd understand that it was as much a critique on the game and the way that the franchise is headed as it is on myself for only wanting to play turn-based games. And I don't only like turn-based games. A lot of people are like, you need to expand your horizons. Dude, I've been playing games since fucking 1993 or something like that. So I've been playing all kinds of genres. My favorite is obviously turn-based JRPGs. I like action platformers like Mega Man, Castlevania, stuff like that. Celeste was fucking incredible. Like I like all kinds of different games. As far as like open world, I guess the closest would be Xenoblade Chronicles 1 through 3. I did enjoy the first Red Dead Redemption, so I don't know if that counts for anything. But anyways, I was told to check out a video that is like a response to my video. I've only ever seen one video that was a response to one of my videos, and it was my top 10 overrated games videos. By the way, anyone that comments on my videos and was like, oh, you don't want to grow your channel on negativity, bro, you're the ones growing my channel on negativity. I do so many different videos, but the only ones that ever take off are the freaking ones based around negativity. So it's not me growing my channel on negativity, it's you. It's the haters. I want to thank the haters because people just love to hate shit for some reason. They're the ones that get my views like way up higher than most of my other videos ever get. So thank you, haters. But most importantly, I want to thank my supporters, the people that actually enjoy my content and support me and always come back to watch all the new stuff. And you can join me in the Discord down below. There's links and all that shit. But anyways, let's check out the reaction here. The guy's name is Kai the Player. The reason I wanted to do this guy is somebody in my Discord recommended me check out the video, so I figured, why don't I make a video of me checking out the video so you guys can see, and the YouTuber himself, Kai the Player, can see my response in real time. Again, I apologize, I'm shivering here. I just got out of an ice bath. Kai the Player, hopefully you're not a dick. Let's go.
Recently came across a YouTuber named Dookie03 while looking at my analytics, and I decided to watch his video called Why I Won't Be Buying Final Fantasy 16. And let me tell you, there are over 800 plus comments, and it don't seem like a lot of people are agreeing with them. Now his video starts off, and he's pretty much giving us a rundown, his backstory with Final Fantasy. Just remember that. He lets it be known that he likes the games because of the linearity of them. He doesn't see linearity as a bad thing, as it allows you to enjoy the story more, which I agree with. He even comments on the whole...
That's true. I have, like, the most fucking sidetrackable brain in the world. Even when it comes to, like, making videos. Like, if you look at my phone, I've got, like, 50 fucking videos on the go right now. Because I'll be like, ooh, that'd be a cool idea for a video. And then I'll start, like, listing off the games I should go through to see what parts of them should qualify for the video. So I can rank them and all that stuff. Check out my top 10 videos. If all you've ever seen is my Final Fantasy 16 video and this one, check out my top 10 videos. I put a lot of work into those. But yeah, linearity never really been a problem to me. I don't like when it's like literally just a straight line like Final Fantasy 13. Even Final Fantasy 10 would have been better in my opinion if it was a little bit more open, and I don't mean open world, I just mean like Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, where you've got other paths and routes you can take, but they're always going to the same place, and I like having like a break in the action and story to let you do side quests and explore the world and stuff like that. Anyways, let's continue.
Hallway simulator thing, and even says that Final Fantasy X had it. He does, in my opinion, spend too much time talking about these topics before getting into the meat of the video.
Yeah, so I kind of mentioned that a little earlier in this video. These videos are off the cuff. I have no idea why I talked about that for way too long. I think it was just because I wanted to get across that whether it's open world or hallway sim, it doesn't really... I love exploration in video games, so I obviously prefer if it's a little bit more open. It doesn't mean it's gonna be a game I don't like or a bad game or anything like that, just because it's more closed in.
Why he won't buy Final Fantasy 16. He first states that he doesn't like hack and slash games.
I can't force myself to like hack and slash games.
And he doesn't like open world games.
I get sidetracked easily, and if you leave things too open, I'm more likely to wander around and do side quests than ever experience any of the story. It's not that I don't like open world games, I don't like games where the story isn't like the focal point almost all the time. Like you definitely want breaks in it, as I said like a little bit earlier. I keep going back to Final Fantasy 9, but Final Fantasy 4 has it as well. You do have like big open areas, but it's always kind of like funneling you into where you should be going next. Games where you don't need special vehicles to explore the world, those ones I'm completely fucked in. In the video, I give the example Fallout 3. But like Final Fantasy, you always get like, okay, I can't go there because I don't have a canoe yet. Okay, I can't go there. I don't have an airship or a boat or whatever. I like that progression of vehicles in order to keep my mind on the goal. Because if you started with like an airship in like Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 9 or something, if you started with full movement around the world, I am fucked. I am never going to finish that game.
He gives examples, I believe, of Castlevania and Fallout as examples of games that he's played. He said he played over 35 hours of Fallout, and he didn't get far in the story because he got lost in the open world. And he said the exception for him for a hack and slash game was Castlevania. And honestly, if you like something, right, and that thing tries something different that you don't like, typically you're gonna give it a chance.
So I wasn't really giving Castlevania Curse of Darkness as an example of a hack and slash game I liked. I would say Castlevania Curse of Darkness is a hack and slash game I disliked the least. I'm very invested in like the Castlevania series. The storyline is really good, and that's something Final Fantasy doesn't have, right? Like Final Fantasy doesn't have a storyline that carries throughout the series. So to miss Final Fantasy 16, as much as it'll suck because I love Final Fantasy, I won't be missing anything, if that makes any sense. Whereas with Castlevania Curse of Darkness, I fucking love Castlevania 3, and Curse of Darkness is a sequel to 3, so a prequel to a lot of other Castlevania games that I grew up playing and loved. I wanted to experience that story. So I did. I also played Lament of Innocence, which is also a hack and slash, and I fucking hated it. I could not complete it. But thankfully, Curse of Darkness has a familiar system where you get like a little Pokemon style monster that fights alongside you. So I could cheese the game by leveling up my familiar and getting my familiar to do most of the combat for me. It's not that I like really like Curse of Darkness. The story was really good. I loved Trevor Belmont a lot, and I liked all the characters in the story. But the gameplay, I didn't really like. I liked doing like flips and shit. It was kind of cool, but I wasn't very good at the combat, and I didn't really enjoy it.
I hope no one actually doesn't understand an analogy or a comparison for what I'm about to do here. If I'm dating a girl and we've been dating for a couple years, and she does something that I don't like or suggests that we do something that I typically don't like, I'm gonna at least try to give it a chance on her behalf because I like her. And maybe I'll like it if I enjoy it with her. Maybe you don't like hack and slash games. I understand. Perhaps give Final Fantasy 16 a try because you do say all this like Yoshida's team and all that. I'm sure they're going to give a good story and everything. And you even say in the video, hey, I would like a game from this team again, just turn-based. Again, to me, that's like a dumb reason.
I don't see how that's really a dumb reason though. Your analogy is kind of weird because of the girlfriend thing. Like I kind of get where you're going with that, but it's like I don't know. Maybe it's just because that's how me and my wife work. Is like I do my own shit and she does her own shit. We don't have to like do shit together all the time. If there's things that we both enjoy, we will do them together, but I'm not going to go pretend to enjoy standing outside in the cold taking pictures of shit. Just like she's not going to pretend she enjoys playing video games. She doesn't like them. She's not going to play. She'll play like the odd Kirby game with me, but it's not something that she's going to do. And the analogy doesn't work because this kind of like tweaks a nerve for me because a lot of like modern gamers, and I don't want to like offend like people because it's like a lot of like the younger generation were almost like conditioned to buy games just because, or buy games to support big companies just because. So like saying I should try Final Fantasy 16, well, first of all, it's a game I'm probably not going to like. Like I'm 99.9% sure I'm not going to enjoy playing this game. So why am I going to spend like $500 on a PS5 and then like $90 on a PS5 game that I know I'm not going to like? I'm not going to do that. And that's maybe something that I think is lost on a lot of like the younger generation. A lot of the younger generation is like, they have this whole like, be happy you're getting anything at all attitude, or you should just buy it to support the developers. And if it's like a small, cheap indie game, I'll do that. But if it's something like a AAA PS5 game, I don't even own a PS5 because there's no games on the PS5 that I want right now. And to me, that's just a massive waste of money. I do support Square Enix. I buy like every Dragon Quest game and spin-off known to man. Hell, I bought, you guys are gonna have a field day with this. I bought Stranger Danger Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, and I did enjoy that for what it was. But as far as like a mainline Final Fantasy, this isn't something like I really want to support. I don't want to support them going to a hack and slash franchise. I want them to be what they've been for like many years. It's like kind of like if you were like a big fan of like a vehicle brand, and this vehicle brand like stood for something, and then all of a sudden they like switched and they're like don't stand for that at all anymore, you kind of like lose your loyalty a bit. Or like when you've got like a band, say you're like a big punk band fan, and your favorite punk band decides to start releasing just like pop songs, or worse, like hip hop or country music songs, and they're like, oh yeah, this genre is really popular, so they sell a bunch of that first country album, so from now on they just start releasing country albums. It's kind of like that, you know what I mean? Like I don't hate people that want to enjoy it. If you like it, that's fine, but it sucks ass for people like me that don't enjoy that.
For not playing the game. Again, because if you like Final Fantasy so much, the gameplay shouldn't be a problem, right?
That's back to the whole, like, if you like this series, why not buy all the games? It's like, cuz, like, I'm not gonna buy the ones I'm not gonna like. Like, do people just have infinite money?
And let's get this straight. The devs stated that the game isn't an open world game. They've said that. And they explained why it's not an open world game. Your issue with the game being open world?
I don't have an issue with the game being open world. Yeah, I talked about the whole open world thing earlier, so let's just move on.
It's a dumb one. It shows that you didn't do enough research as to making this video to know exactly that the game isn't open world. And look, I've talked a lot about this game, and people would say I have a difference of opinion for other people. Though the one thing that I have not said is I ain't buying this shit. I never said that. I never said I wasn't gonna buy the game. I've been saying that I will buy the game. Even if I don't agree with the stuff all the way, I'm still gonna buy the game because, to me, looks can always be deceiving. What you see here versus what you experience are always different. I may not play hack and slash games per se, but I have played action adventure games a fair bit. In Final Fantasy, this game doesn't seem like it's going to be far different than what I've experienced. And again,
it's not going to be far different than what you've experienced for like hack and slash games or action RPG games, but it is going to be a lot different than turn-based Final Fantasy games. You obviously don't hate hack and slash games, so that's the big difference, you know?
storytelling's pretty good in Final Fantasy games, and I like a good story, so I'm gonna put past whatever, concerns I have enough to experience the game. I'm just not gonna sit here and have blind faith and be like, yo, this game's gonna be the best thing since sliced bread because it's Yoshida. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm gonna give it a try because of past experience in Final Fantasy games and never having a problem with them. So for me, it just doesn't make sense that you would sit here and say that you're not going to play this game.
I don't understand why it hurts people's. I shouldn't say hurts people's feelings, but I don't understand why people get upset because somebody isn't going to play a game that they want to play. Like it's their own choice. It doesn't really matter. Like if you're playing Hogwarts, whatever, Harry Potter, whatever, right now in this video, and like I hate Harry Potter. That shit is so cringe. But I mean, the game looks like it's a really well-made game. It looks like a fun game. My buddy played the shit out of it and said it was really fun. So I'm not, like, mad if you buy and play Harry Potter. So why are you mad? Why are people upset if I don't play Final Fantasy 16 because I know it's not going to be a game I like?
Because of hack and slash and open world, but then you acknowledge that it has good story and that you would want Yoshida's team to do something else. If we break it down, the only issue you have with it is that it's a hack and slash game.
Yeah, that was the joke at the end of the video. That was kind of the whole joke, is like, the video is more making fun of myself than it is shitting on Final Fantasy 16. Let's be real. That's the whole joke, man. It's something I can't get over. I can't get over the fact that it's not going to be turn-based, and I'm just, like, stubborn in that way, and that's kind of why I made fun of myself.
But I feel as though that even then, the people who have got a chance to play this game, they wouldn't say that you're just pressing a button mindlessly and doing other shit. You kind of have to have precision and good timing.
Yeah, and that's another thing I guess I should have mentioned at the start, was a lot of the comments were like, I don't like a lot of the people that agreed with me, and not all of them, like, just some of them that agreed with me were like, I hate hack and slash, you just mash square to win. I'm very aware that this game is not going to be like that, and that honestly makes it worse for me, because so bad, and like I don't want to play those kinds of games. They're too involving. Generally, when I'm playing a JRPG, I want to be relaxing. I enjoy grinding. I find that relaxing. I want to just relax, play a video game, get a great story, explore a fantastic world, get to know some great characters. I don't want to be like playing a fighting game. Like I used to play fighting games quite a bit, and that's just like you have to be in a different mentality for that. Same with like Soulsborne and like Elden Ring and stuff like that. Like I'm not into those games for the most part. I did enjoy the first Neo, but I have to be in the right mood and mindset to even play a game like that. It's not a game that I'm gonna like come home after work and like sit down and want to play. I don't know if anyone that watches my YouTube videos knows this, but I train martial arts. Like I do Muay Thai, kickboxing, and that kind of stuff. Like I do all that stuff in like my spare time, but when I'm playing video games, I'm generally playing them to like relax. I like to grind hard in real life and grind easy in video games. It's just kind of my way to like wind down at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. And if I want to play something that's more high tension, I'll play like an action platformer like Mega Man or Castlevania or something like that.
And know when to attack in order to be good at this game. So I don't know, man.
That's the thing, like the Dark Souls guys are always like, get good, and it's like, I don't want to get good because I don't enjoy that combat style. It's not that, like, a lot of them will say, like, oh, you just don't like it because you suck. No, I don't like it, and I don't want to get good at it because it's not the kind of game I enjoy playing.
Personally, I think this video was made without enough research and understanding of Final Fantasy 16. If you're gonna critique something, at least come from a basis. Even if someone's like, bro, this band nitpicking, at least you did your research. Cause look, again, I'm someone who's not super thrilled about 16, but I'm going to pick up 16. I still like what I'm seeing in areas. I like what the story might be, and I like the voice acting, and I've come to enjoy the potential of being able to play this game very soon. And even if I made videos comparing it to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that's just me being me. But I'm not about to sit here and be like, yo, this game needs to fail in order for us to get a turn-based game. He said that. Look, I'm not hating on you or anything, but you kind of got to call things out for what it is. You sat here and you said you wanted the game to fail, and if you know anything about the internet is they will take what you say out of context, or take the one thing that you said and conflate it, or like make it big. They would inflate it, my bad. They were inflated to the point where it's a problem. If you've been on the internet, you know. What do you guys think about this? How do you feel about this? Give me your thoughts. I am Kai the Player, and I'll catch you guys later.
Dude, I loved Zidane character model from Final Fantasy Dissidia NT, and I actually secretly kind of liked Final Fantasy Dissidia NT, other than the fact that you had to like do bullshit stuff in order to unlock story parts. Yeah, check that guy out, Kai the Player. I mean, he was really civil. He was a lot more civil than the last video that was like a response to mine, so I'm thankful for that. I hope he watches this. Anyways, yeah, I don't have a problem with his video at all, his response. He got a couple things wrong. I think he read the comments before he made this, and a lot of the comments had not much to do with my video, unfortunately. I don't know if people just didn't watch it all the way to the end, which is probably true because that happens a lot on YouTube. But I'm just thankful that it was like a civil video where he just kind of went through and explained like what his thoughts were on the game and the video itself. So check him out, and if you enjoyed this, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn notifications to all. I do have a podcast. My buddy DG and I recorded on the Master System, but there's a bunch of audio errors, so I'll have to like re-edit that like crazy when I get the time. I am working on a Final Fantasy 15 video, an action RPG. It's gonna be coming out, I think it'll be April 1st. I'm hoping for, this coming Saturday or next Saturday. Anyways, look for that. It's another off-the-cuff video, so I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. And then we should be swinging back into top 10s, but I will be out of the country for for a couple weeks, so there might be a little pause on top 10s, but I hope not. If you enjoy Twitch, please check me out on twitch.tv/Dookie03. I'm generally playing JRPGs every Tuesday and Thursday night. We've been playing Tactics Ogre Reborn Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we've been playing Dragon Quest IX co-op with my buddy Fates on Sunday nights. We're in the post game, just trying to do some legacy bosses and stuff like that. And then Saturday mornings we've been playing through the Kirby franchise, so check that out as well. Funny that I'm playing Tactics Ogre Reborn because I also don't really like tactical RPGs, but this one has been fantastic. There are some things I really don't like about it, like the menuing being very tedious, but all in all, it's been a fantastic game. Kai's right, there are definitely like exceptions to genres, and I do want to do a top 10 video on those kinds of games as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and sorry this was like way too long. Anyways, see ya.